So, am I audible to all of you? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So, today, our first we are going to talk on the lab session of Java programming. Right. So, we are going to do some Java programming, perform some programming in the lab, and do some practical oriented session today here. But before starting the Java particular programming lab, right? So, so in the part of this Java programming session, what we are going to do, like any other programming or languages, what we have done, that some the thing that how my practical classes are going to do. I'm going first. We are going to discuss on some topics, on some problem, and I will show you how we can run it, how we can solve the particular problem, and the later on after showing you one program, I am going to give you people actually 2 3 problems that you people need to write that how the thing can be done, how what you people are able to do on that particular problem, how you can solve it, and then we are going to discuss on that particular problem. This is how the practical classes are going on, are going to do in our online mode till the day you will coming to college and sitting in face to face. We are going to do right. So to do the Java programming or to do or to perform some Java programming lab, first before proceeding to the particular programming part, we need to know something about the Java programming and how the thing goes on. In this term, in the context of this Java programming particular session, there are 3 terms that we need to know. What are the 3 terms? First one is JDK, second one is JRE, right? And third one is JVM, JDK, JRE, and JVM. So whether you people have heard the term or what is the full form of this, whatever I have write, what is the full form of JDK, what is the full form of JRE, and what is the full form of JVM? Anyone? Full form of JDK? What is the full form of JDK?
Sir, Java Development Kit.
Java Development Kit, correct. Full form of JRE?
Sir, Java Runtime Environment.
Okay, correct. And last one, JVM?
Java Virtual Machine, sir.
Java Virtual Machine, correct. So these are the 3 important terms that we need to know. So the term for JDK is Java Development Kit. Second one for JRE, Java Runtime Environment. And lastly, for JVM is Java Virtual Machine. What is this thing? First, let us discuss about that. So the JVM, the first part of the thing is Java JVM, the Java Virtual Machine. Means a particular platform or a system where we can do some Java program, where we can write some Java code, Java programming code, and then for the later part we can compile that, we can execute that, the process. So in the part of this Java virtual machine, what happened? What is the process of this Java virtual machine? How the thing goes on with the help of this JVM. So first of all, this Java is a platform independent language, right? Where the Java is a platform independent language. So I have written a statement here. Java is a platform independent language. So can anyone tell me why is Java a platform independent language? Why Java is a platform independent language? Fine. The thing is, to means in any type of particular operating system, in any type of particular platform, we can run Java program, right? So for that, we don't need particular any type of precautions, or we don't need any type of prerequisites that these are the things or these are the conditions where we can write the Java program. There's nothing like that. So in any type of platform, any type of operating system, we can write a Java program. So that's why the Java is a platform independent language. So when we are trying to write some Java code, it is means we are trying to run it with the help of some JVM, right? Our machine or means a particular machine we are setting here, but the Java runtime or Java environment having a particular virtual environment or where the thing goes on. So how this thing actually implemented, how Java virtual machine or what is the working of Java program, how a Java program actually works, how the thing goes on, right? So working, if we talk about the working of Java program, what are the scenarios or how the thing goes on in working of Java program? So the basic, the first step, if we can write a Java program, means we are trying to write some Java program, fine. Now, after writing that particular Java program, what happens? We are going to try or we are going to compile that Java program, right? So here, compile of this Java program, right? Wait a minute. Suppose this is my Java program, and after that, some compilation is going on. Okay, compile will be there. After that, the compile, after the Java program gets compiled, it gets changed to some Java bytecode. So Java virtual machine will help us to convert after compiling the Java program. It will going to get some Java bytecode. With the help of this Java virtual machine, it will get translated to machine code. So Java virtual program, when it is getting compiled, the Java program when it is getting compiled, it is going to be convert to some Java bytecode. The thing will convert it into some Java bytecode. And then, so first the things we should write here, Java bytecode. Right? After the Java bytecode, it gets translated into some machine code. So Java bytecode is getting translated to machine byte or machine code. And then lastly, we are getting some output. Now the Java bytecode to machine code. The scenario is from the Java bytecode to machine code. What actually works here? That is some JVM is actually present here. That is helping for the translation of this Java bytecode to the machine code, right? And lastly, some output we are getting with the help of our machine, obviously. So we are getting some output. So this is the particular working process of a Java program. Java program getting compilation, moving to a Java bytecode, followed by some machine code, and then lastly we are getting some output for that particular problem or particular purpose, whatever we are writing. So JVM, after that the JRE, the Java Runtime Environment, right? So this Java Runtime Environment, the JRE, it is a software package. Means what were the software you are? There are many softwares we can working for. There are Eclipse, there are BlueJ, several types of softwares are there on which we can perform this Java program, right? So this JRE, Java Runtime Environment, it is a package. It is present in any software that provides some class, libraries, and some components that is required to run a Java application, right? So this Java runtime environment will be helping us, or the package is providing some class concepts, some libraries concepts, some JVS concepts, so that we can run this Java applications in any of our particular software, particular program, right? So the Java environment, Java runtime environment, these are the scenarios present. Lastly, there is one more thing that is called JDK, that is the Java Development Kit. It is also a kit, means the software, whatever the software we are going to use, that software kit that is required to develop the applications of Java. So when we are actually installing any kind of Java software for the purpose of performing the Java applications of programming, all the things like JDK or JRE is also associated with it, right? So the JDK, JRE, JVM, all are actually connected with each other, by which we can actually run some particular program. We can actually do some particular program. Fine. Now, what we are going to do on which particular software, I am going to show you people the program that is our BlueJ. So how the things look like, what is the scenario, what is the window. So let me check that first. Let me show you that particular environment of BlueJ. Just a minute. Okay, so I hope you can see the console of BlueJ programming or BlueJ software application. So this is how a BlueJ application looks, a very simple type of scenario where we can see some project, right? Where some options of new project, open project, non-BlueJ, this type of things are present. Edit part there where you can new class, new package. These are the things present. Tools, view. These are the things that you present, and we can see there is an option of new class. So there is an option of new class. So one thing that there is nothing wrong. You people can choose any other platform that you are comfortable. Nothing like that you need to do what I am using here. You can choose any other. You can go for a please any other options you people want to do or want to give a try. No objection or no problem from my end, right? So, but I am going to show you that thing how it can go on in the class in the particular software of BlueJ, right? So first, let us get a particular topic that how the things can be done, how we can actually perform a particular program, right? So as all the basics start when you have started your C programming, you have started with write a program of hello world. So let us move on here. We can also going to we are also going to actually first program, that is write a Java program to print hello world. Okay, one more important thing here in this context, that whatever the labs we are going to perform, is whatever the program I am going to show you, and additionally whatever the program or topics I am going to give you people that you need to do and show me, all the things you people need to write in some places, means when the session is going on, you can do it on a rough note or rough copy, but at the end, right, means as it is an online platform, it is not possible to take copy in every lab. Yeah, means what happened actually when you people will be in the college, in every week you people need to submit your lab copy what you have done in your previous class, and that will be checked, right? So as it is an online mode, it is not possible to do that regular basis. So what we are doing is, what I am doing actually, I will check the copy. You people all need to write according to the day wise into a lab copy. So how a lab copy made, I hope you all are aware because you have completed your diploma. So a lab copy will be there where according to the date wise, the programs need to be right. Program number one, the topic of the program, and then some codes, and the output followed by the output. So every at the end of the semester, means when your semester will be exam will be there, or whatever the scenario that will be notified to you people. At that time, I will give you a submission link where all of you need to submit your the lab copy. The marks will be depending on your lab copy. So there are 25 marks in general into the lab, right? So 25 marks out of 25 marks, there are some 5 marks that is for this lab copy. So the 5 marks will be going to be marked according to your lab copy. So whatever the lab copy, for those who are going to submit and properly all the things are there, they are going to get the full marks. And those who will not submit, their marks will be counted as 0. So I am making aware about this in the beginning so that in the later on when there will be no confusion, right? So I think there will be no if anyone have doubt regarding this, means about the lab copy, how the things will be submitted, you people can tell me. So let it clear first, then the session will go on. Anyone have any kind of doubt on this? Fine. So I think there is no type of confusion, no confusion from your end. So at the end, when the session will be over, or at the semester when I'm going to give you the submission link, all of you need to submit that copy into the particular submission link. Fine. So first program, that write a Java program to print a hello world. It is a very simple program, right? A very simple program that we need to write or that we need to do. So how we can actually do it, how the things actually goes on. Just a minute. Okay, fine. So this is the particular. So how the things get actually done in the particular Java program or in this particular Bluetooth software. So what we need to do first when you're trying to create a particular program or run a particular program, there is an option of new class, right? So first we need to click on that particular new class, and I hope you can see a window have been opened that BlueJ create new class where you need to provide a class name, where you need to provide a class name, right? A class name will be there. So suppose ABCD, whatever the class name you are providing, ABC. And upon clicking on that ABC, you can see a particular things have been created. A particular class is created where ABC is written, and you can see some shaded line. You can see some shaded blue dot line. Now, what does it mean? There is, I have created already one that is named as Hello World, where no shade mark is there. And in the second part in ABC, there is a shaded mark. So what is the difference or what is the thing here? That this shaded mark means only a class is created here, but compilation is not done. Means nothing we have written, or if we have written anything, there is no compilation. When the thing will be compiled, when we have, if the thing at the time when we write something and then compiled it, the scenario, this shaded marks will be over and there will be some two lines will be there, right? So to that, suppose ABC, we are going to open some editor. So when we are opening the editor, the screen is visible, the editor screen is visible. Let me know whether you can see this editor screen where the code, some codes are written. Can I get a response that whether the screen is visible?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay, fine. So this ABC particular part, this is some by default thing is there, something so for the example purposes, deleted. The whole scenario have been deleted. Now here this is our editor where we need to write something. The thing is this editor and we are going to write something here. So our first program is that hello world. We need to write something hello world, right? So according to that, suppose whatever the scenario. So this is the editor. Now I am going to show you that I have already written the particular program, right? Open editor. What is the thing that is written? I have already done that class hello world public static void main string us. That is all the necessary in each and every program, right? And then system dot out dot println, that is the purpose of that is doing the work of printf to showing some output or to hold some value or the display to some output into our display. And whatever the concept that what we need to print it, that is hello world, right? So that is the system, that is the thing I have already written here, the program code I have written here. Now, right, so you can see that in the hello world, again it is marked as double dot or the shaded marks is there, right? So first we have written the program, right? And you can see a button here, compile. You can see a button here, compile. So when you are actually going to click that compile button, see there is a message, class compile, no syntax error. A message is already displayed here, that is class compile, no syntax error. There is no type of syntax error. And there the shaded marks is already get changed to a double digit line. Now the thing is that we have compiled, successfully compiled our program. Now how we can get an output here? How we can get an output here? So for that, right click on this hello world. Right click on this hello world and you can see several options is here. And from that, choose the second option, void main string ask. Right? Click on that and there are some particular option is there that we need to just click OK and see you can get an output. So I hope you will see the output section. You people are able to see the output section. So here we are getting the output of hello world. We are getting the output of hello world. So this is the system, or this is the simple, means BlueJ is very simplest software application. So that's why I'm using the BlueJ, where the class, all the things can be verified by step. So if there is some error, if the thing is not compiled, we can see the shaded mark. So that's why from where we can understand that the compilation is not done. Or at the time of compile, if there is some error, that will be displayed that class not compiled, there is some syntax error, and if it is compiled successfully, then we can get this. And then to get the output from that, just right click on this void main string ask, and there's a simple option come. Okay, the output will be there. So we can see the output that each time we are going to compile, each time we are going to hold that particular session, and we are getting some output. So I have compiled it 2 times this particular class. So I am getting the class result as 2 times, that is an hello world. So simplest program for any Java or whatever the programming language we have learned for the first time, we are going to do the lab for the first time. Always we choose this simple program, this is hello world, or whatever the simple basic statement line program, a simple statement line program by which we can get a simplest output, right? So this is my class. First we need to create a class. I repeat how we can perform. First we need to create a class, then open that class, or the open editor option will be there. Look, when the thing is compiled, there are 2 more options, that is new hello world, void main. But when the thing is not compiled, you will get only an option of open editor, right? So where we need to open the editor and write the code, and then you need to compile that. Upon compilation, the thing will be, the shaded mark will be deleted, and then you need to choose that void main string ask where the things will be done, or from where we are going to run the output scenario, from where we are going to run the output scenario. So this is how we can perform a particular program in our BlueJ software, for any Java programming, for any type of Java program, we can do this type of particular program, right? This is our simplest program. A minute. Okay. Now let us do one more thing, that let us print some variables and literals. So the basic concept, let us first clear the basic concept how we can write. So this is a simple program we have seen here, that how we can perform, write a program to perform some hello world or to print some hello world. Now let us do a particular second program that print some Java variables or literals. Print some Java variables or literals, right? So our second program is print some Java, not Java actually, print some variables and literal Java. So this is my second particular purpose or second particular program that we are going to do, right? So for that we need to again create some class, and then we need to put some values, we need to put some data there, right? So what is the thing, how we can do that? Okay, so moving back to my BlueJ platform. So first, let me delete this one. No need to this. Let me delete this one. So starting again, suppose first a new class. We need to create a new class, right? So the class name is, suppose I have given the class name is variable. So a class name called variable have been created, right? Now opening the editor, deleting all of this scenario. First, we need to write the particular program. So class variable, right? The class name I have mentioned here, that is variable. Then we need to write that particular statement, that is public static void main. Then the particular thing, that is string args, right? Then curly braces open. Now we need to write some anything, right? So suppose double number, we have mentioned some numbers, suppose 11.2. We have mentioned some particular numbers here, right? Then we are going to print something. So I've written a particular program here, right? So some things have been written here, like system double number, a particular program we have created here, right? So let us compile, and we can see that there is some particular problems and errors. So that's why there is some crosses are there, means the things that have been not created. The thing is not created correctly, or the thing there are some problems. For that, it is showing this particular error. For this particular scenario, it is showing some particular error, right? So let me check what is the error. Uh, so you can see the things that totally it has been created, and now it has been clear, right? So now the things that have been clear here, the things have been done. Now after the compilation, the error have been removed. So whatever the error are there, the error have been removed, and now we can see that there is no, the compilation successful, and there is no particular problem for the compilation, right? Now after that, we are going to execute that particular program, but void main string arg, right? Void main string arg, and it is the same values. Now we are getting into the output console two values, right? The one is 5 and second one is minus 10.6, right? Open editor. So we have changed the values, okay? So we can get the new output. So let us delete here, right? Let us run the particular program again. Fine. So 5.11.2. So for that, if I open the editor, right? So first statement here, I have mentioned a particular variable, that is number, including some data type, that is double number. I have mentioned some values 11.2, and I have written two a printf or system.out.println statement where it is showing directly for some values that need to be shown in the output section, and in the second one some variable. So the number that is holding a value of 11.2, that will be displayed here, and the println 5, it will directly print that particular 5 value. So two value that will be printed here, and after that, when we are going to see the output, if we are going to check the output, then we are going to get that 5.11.2 into our output section. So we are getting that 5.11.2 into our output section. Fine. So this is how a simple Java program, or the programs we are doing. We can write a particular program in this particular scenario. Right. So these are the Java basics, Java programs, that how we can do the thing. And there is one more thing, that how we can get an input from the user. How we can get an input from the user. To get an input from the user, we need to use some input java.util.scanner. This is the package. Import Java, this is the package. First needs to be import a class. The input of that particular scanner class will be there, and then for that, when we are going to get some values that input according. So first let me write the particular program, and that will be helpful, that how that will be very helpful to see that how we can run a particular program. Okay, just a minute. So here I have created a class with the name of the input, and after opening the editor, we have seen, you can see that some things have been written. First one, that is import java.util.scanner. From this is a package, and from that particular package we need to create, or you need to put some class, that is class input. I have mentioned here the class input, public static void main string args, that is the normal. So now scanner input, that is new scanner going to system.in, new scanner system.in. So here the thing, we are going to scan a value from the user. We are going to get a value from the user, right? And then in number input dot next integer. So whatever the integer value that the user is going to provide, that will be getting entered into the system. So that is stored into a number, that is a variable, that is number, where it is going to store. And lastly, we are going to getting printed that particular statement, that whatever the value we have entered, the number is going to be displayed. And we need to, as we are opening that scanner, right, we are opening that particular scanner object. For that, we need to also close that particular scanner. We need to also close that particular scanner. Right. So to do that, first let us compile. So when we are doing that particular compilation, the compilation is done here. It is successfully done. The compilation is done. Then we are going for the output purpose, that void main string args, the output will be there. Okay. And enter an integer. It is asking for some integer value. So type input and press enter to send the program. Suppose I am trying to put some values of 15, right? And whatever the things that we enter 15. So whatever the value have been entered there, as per that we are getting some output. Right. Now let us take another option here. Okay, so when I have written some 14.67, it is saying that mismatch exception. Well, how, or what is the reason why it is showing that mismatch exception? Means the program is not getting run. Means I have entered as per the scenario, means we have mentioned, let us go for the editor. we have mentioned some integer. We already mentioned that integer type of data will be there. So no particular decimal part can be entered. So when I'm trying to enter some decimal part, it will getting an error. So that's why no output or the error mismatch exception is given here. The thing, that's why the mismatch exception is given here. Now we are going to again run that particular thing. Suppose 16. So it is showing correctly the value is 16. So this is the basic program that how we can get get an input from the user, how the input we can achieve, or how a basic program of the Java can be written, or how the scenario can be done. So these are the basic program of Java using the BlueJ platform. We are going to use the BlueJ particular platform software here, right? So now we have learned something. We are getting some particular value how, or particular concept that how we can run a particular program, how we can some particular programs, right? Now there are some particular program or one or two top program I am going to give you people that you need to do in your home, as you can consider it as a home assignment. So you need to do it in your home, and then you need to show, or in the next class we are going to talk or we are going to discuss on this particular topic, right? So then we can do all the things. So first one, my first program is to that to check whether a number is negative or a number is positive, right? So first problem, write an Java program. I'm clearly mentioning, write a Java program to check whether a number is positive or negative. So this is first assignment for you people in your home, that is write a Java program to check whether the program whether a given number is positive or whether a given number is negative. This is a particular problem that you need to do in a particular room, right? So this problem, I'm going to give you only one problem for you today, as we have started the basic. So this particular thing you people need to show, or you people need to write some particular program for this particular. So this is your home assignment. This one is your home assignment that you people need to perform in your room. And in the next class of the lab, we are going to discuss about this, and we are going to perform some more programs on this particular Java programming languages, right? So if anyone have anything to ask regarding labs or how the things, I've explained all the things about the particular, how the process, what is the process, how the lab copy needs to be present, and mention or clearly remember the dates, that on which date we are performing which particular program. So today we have performed three particular programs. So on the particular day of 24/02/2022, you people need to write three particular programs that we have performed here, and additionally you people also need to write this particular program. So four programs in your lab copy on the day one of 24. So one more thing, kindly write your names in the chat box, as the time is going to end. I didn't see the time. So write your names in the chat box for the attendance, otherwise everyone will miss it, right? And if anyone have any doubts still for the particular lab classes, how the things can be done, if people ask me in the next classes also, there is no problem, there is no issue. I am there to guide you people, okay? Fine. So I think there is no query from you people's end, and as the time is going to end. So thank you all for joining into the session. And again, we are going to meet again Monday for our next theory classes. So by that time, stay safe.